Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. Sorry that I'm a bit late today, but it's another step. It's another little tiny step that could turn into a giant stride towards a twist with destiny. What does destiny have in store with us for us? We do not know. I mean, people can talk of City beating Real Madrid, City beating Bayern Munich in the Champions League, City holding off this Arsenal team, who I think have posed a significant challenge to us this year. And people might think, it's just Manchester United. They were knocked out of the Europa League by Sevilla, fourth place. But when you're competing for a place in history for immortality, when you're going face to face with destiny, doesn't matter if the other team is a Wigan Athletic or a Gillingham, for example, or non-league side or Champions League win. It doesn't matter. The stature of the opposition doesn't matter because you're just not playing against the opposition here. You're also playing against yourself. You're playing against all of the tests, which all of the pressure, all of the tests and trials and tribulations which destiny will throw at you. So it's not as straightforward a match as people might think it is. And that to the derby with United, derby rivalry with United crosstown rivals. There are a lot of key battles here. There are a lot of key battles here which we might not see on the surface. And it's been 1-1 this season with United, right? We demolished them at our home and they got lucky at their home. We were leading 1-0 down, 1-0 at Old Trafford, and then Paul Terani decides that he wants to inject some, life into the title race or something like that, and he makes us drop points. I mean, at that point, we were not in the title race, first of all, so it's a packed out Wembley Stadium. Just look at the City support over there. The I'm sorry for still having Rico Lewis over there on the formation screen. So yeah, but just look at the City support over there. And there was an article I was reading where in 1999 when United won the treble, City on that day just before United won that lifted the trophy, that the Champions League trophy. City won against Gillingham in the playoff to be promoted from the third division up to the championship. So you look at the 24 years and where City have come. It just must feel a dream more than anything else. This is a dream that the destiny itself has put up for us. Because hardly 2 decades ago it was unthinkable where we are now, playing in Champions Leagues, playing in Wembleys, right from the alleys and the old rustic towns who playing Gillingham and all of those third division championship teams. Here we are competing toe to toe with Europe's elite and looking at teams like Real Madrid in the eye. That is where we've come. Bielsa has Pep done his bit. Now up to the players to show up. JSK says TGMU Man United. I'm jinxing it. Hope your jinxes work, JSK. Hope your jinxes work because whenever you jinx, it just has the opposite effect. And JSK, your jinxes work. JSK, your jinxes work. Ikai Gundogan, what a goal! Ikai Gundogan, what a volley from Ikai Gundogan! Wow. You should be the official jinxer, JSK. Should be the official jinxer for the club. Wow. Wow. Yes, Gundogan scores. Gundogan scores. It's 1-0 straight from the kickoff. Edison. Gundogan, just look at the volley there, Gundogan. Outside of the right foot. You just cannot. Outside of the right foot into the top corner. It's a delicious volley, mate. It's a delicious volley. No goalkeeper is saving that. Almost in the top right corner. Wow. What a goal by Ikai Gundogan. Bayaji says, what just happened? Hell broke loose, Bayaji. Wow. Salute to you, Ikai. What a goal there from Ikai Gundogan. What a start to the match. What is Ikai Gundogan doing nowadays, right? Just look at his striking. Aura, just look at his striking ability. Wow. What is Ikai Gundogan doing nowadays? Wow, he has just picked up the form the right time. He has not given the foul on Erling Haaland. I don't know how that is not a foul. Edison with a long kick out and 8 more, says JSK. We should smell blood here, JSK. I think we should smell blood here. Should show who is the boss in the city of Manchester. On a showpiece event, on a final stage, this could be the moment where we could. I know it's just early times and I was not get ahead of myself and stuff, but we must show we must just rip United apart to shreds here. That's a foul. That's a free kick in favor of City. Everyone's talking about Declan Rice. Everyone's talking about 90 million for Declan Rice and 100 million for Casido. How much is Ilkay Gundogan worth? He can do much more than what Casido and Declan Rice can combined in an attacking sense, I would say. But what a start that was, right? Ilkay Gundogan. Wow, we must smell blood here, guys. We must smell blood. Ah, should have been two. Rodri should have been two. It should have been two, guys. It should have been two. What a free kick. Ah, the header just directed wide. Free header. Free header from Rodri. Should have been two. Oh, should have been two. It's an offside, I think. No, it's an offside for a United player, I think. But they're just showing the opening goal replay and just look at it, guys. The strike from Ilkay Gundogan. United players are still stunned, I think. Riyad Mahrez. What a run by John Stones that is. Ah, the cross from De Bruyne is not good enough. Jack Grealish. That's a poor giveaway, but City players are in good position to press. Should have played in Haaland over there. Jack, don't kick your foot off the gas, Jack. Should have played in Haaland over there. But what a strike from Ilkay Gundogan, still raving about it. United have hardly had any touch in our penalty area, but we must make the dominance count, guys. It's a final. It's a final, and anything can happen. Does anyone want a repeat of Watford 2019? I think Watford FA Cup final. They are showing pictures of Sir Alex Ferguson. He said, "Not in my lifetime," and thinking, "What the hell am I watching?" David De Gea with a long ball and Ortega with the take. And some United fans were actually telling, and my friend who's a United fan was telling him Ortega is playing, Edison's not playing. Then he was telling probably we could press him and pressure him and all. Ortega is so good with his feet, Opposition, yes, he doesn't have the ball playing skills of Edison, but you don't need to. Edison is a freak with the ball at his feet. You don't need to have that proficiency with the feet. It's just not needed. Ortega is, I think, in the top three goalkeepers with his feet in the world at the moment. That's how good Ortega is. United on the attack. We must be careful here. Walker, Kyles. Get close. Close to centre. United are building something. We must be extremely careful here. That's well defended. It's extremely well defended. We must be extremely careful here. He's in an offside position. He's clearly in an offside position. Bruno Fernandes, he's such a prick. He's such a prick, Bruno Fernandes. Do United want a handball now here? Is it a handball? No, the referee tells to play on. No mistakes from playing out of the back, guys. Absolutely no mistakes. I think we are in a way trying to play what Brighton do in the build up, trying to invite the other team on. What a switch. Manuel Akanji to Kyle Walker. See, that was the only confusion I had in today's team selection, Akanji or Ake, because Ake was fit. Other than that, you knew that the entire team picks itself. Jack Grealish just looking a bit off color today. Jack, what a switch there from John Stones. De Bruyne just can't bring it under control. It's Rodri, I think, with the switch. We must calm it down. We must be careful. I know the first goal, a lot of euphoria, a lot of joy. The game's not done with the first goal, right? We need to get that second. We need to get the third. We need to kill United off in this half so that we can just relax in the second half and watch the Poznan that our crowd do against United. I do not want a tense game till the end. Let us sit back and relax, guys. We've had our share of tense games in the season. The entire Premier League last 3 months were just tense. Fulham away was tense. Arsenal at home, Arsenal away was tense. No, Arsenal at home wasn't that much, but Fulham away was tense. Leeds at home was tense. Lot of tense matches. Crystal Palace 1-0 was tense. Palace away. Lot of fond memories. Looking back on the Premier League season, but a lot of tense games to go with those as well. Ruben Diaz, Manuel Akanji. That's that's a free kick in United's favour, but I think it was a foul by Casemiro. Look at the barge by Casemiro. There's a coming together. I don't know how the ref is giving a free kick in United's favour there. Look at Casemiro. He just blocks off Rodri. He steps on Akanji actually, and the free kick is given in United's favour. Just can't understand. I think we must go for the blood in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes because this is the final. Anything can happen, so we must go for the blood. Must hold United by the scruff of the neck here. Rodri's chance was very good, good, I think, from that free kick. He should have buried that header, free header. Yes. That's good defending from Manuel Akanji over there. What a great buy he has been for us. Just imagine, guys, adding Josko Guardiol to this. David De Gea was rooted to his spot. Just imagine, guys, adding Josko Guardiol to this defense. It'd just be superb. Walker taking it down calmly. Ortega's positioning is very good. And not just for the attacks, but Ortega's position for receiving the ball out of the defense, everything has been so good. I'm just so impressed by how fast FN Ortega has learned. Now this is almost a typical Saturday afternoon weather in England. It's difficult to watch on TV as well for the fact that there's shadow on one side and there's bright light on the other side. It's almost the same mistake that we probably did at Old Trafford. Jack Grealish does extremely well, and that's a throw in for City. Look at Bruno Fernandes there. What a prick he is. Look at him shouting for everything. Took an offside goal when we played them at Old Trafford. It was clear offside goal, and he was celebrating like an absolute prick. Manuel Akanji. I don't have a problem with Bruno Fernandes celebrating when he's winning, but it's 7-0 against Liverpool. He wanted to come up first. So you can understand the personality of them guys. It's going well, they want to be there. When it's not going well, and they want to put the captain's armband as well. People like Bruno Fernandes when it's going well. But when it is not, they are the first ones who shirk responsibility and who wants to come out. What kind of leadership is that? Just such a tight midfield battle here. I think Ten Hag is playing a diamond midfield here with both Sancho and Rashford, both of them coming together and dropping into the midfield with Casemiro and Fred. So it's almost like not even a diamond, I would say. It's a box midfield. And there's Ericsson as well in the midfield. So they're just trying to put in numbers. Sancho is just playing narrow if you look at it. Utilize the white space, guys. Utilize the white space. Why do we want to just play through? Yes, switch the play, switch the play. That is what you want to do because Sancho is not there. Just switch the play fast. Switching the play is so important here. Ah, I think he's offside there, Erling Haaland. Is he offside? But what a sequence of play that was for Erling Haaland over there. Look at the pace of Manuel Akanji over there. Fantastic. There's so much shade in our penalty box. The turn of pace of Manuel Akanji over there is just superb. I didn't think he had that much pace, but he just showed the pace. They're superb from Manuel Akanji, I would say. What a defender we have got for 15 million or 20 million. People are paying 80 million for Fofana, 60 for Cucurella. Look at Manuel Akanji. We need to score the second, guys. We need to score the second. David De Gea trying to kick it long. John Stones. Interesting. In the first 10 minutes, he sort of went into the midfield, but right now he's almost like he's happy just sitting back. I hope that City are not trying to protect a 1-0 lead here because that is dangerous in a final. Stefan, pass it to Walker. There's an outlet. It's a throw in for United. Walker was cornered there. Rodri does well to bring the ball through, and it's Erling Haaland running. I just thought Haaland should have laid it off and continued in his run. Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Stefan Ortega, Kyle Walker, Walker to Stefan Ortega. That's a free kick in favor of City. It's just holding Erling Haaland. You cannot do that. Cannot just hold of Erling Haaland. I think City are repeating the same tactic which we did against Arsenal quite a bit here. Occupy Varane with Haaland and put KDB 1v1 with Victor Lindelof. That's a good strategy actually. I think this is where probably but where will Kovacic play Gundo with that wonder goal? But anyway, I think it is sometimes in moments like these where Kovacic might. That's a nothing ball from Stones, I think, gone straight to De Gea. But I think Kovacic is known for breaking lines, so I think that is where City is bringing in Kovacic. David De Gea with another kick out. Like I was telling, it's a twist with destiny more than anything else. Ah, what a goal that would have been if it would have gone and not far away. That was not far away. Excellent work from Erling Haaland. That wasn't far away at all. That wasn't far away at all. Look at Erling Haaland turning Rafael. It wasn't far away at all, guys. It wasn't far away at all. De Gea was worried. I know it was a bit going high, but that wasn't far away. Just needed a bit of dip and it was going under the bar. Wasn't far away at all. This is a development from Erling Haaland. That is very good. He's held off Varane. He's took the ball and is spun in behind. And that will create a lot of doubts in Varane's mind. Whether does he stay touch start to him or does he maintain a bit of distance? It's evident now that KDB is playing, is not even dropping into the midfield, is playing as second striker, but that's excellent pressing there. I don't know who it is, but I think it's John Stones. Excellent pressing by coming into the midfield. Why are we not pressing David De Gea? It's fine, I think it's fine. I know when he's pressed, he makes mistakes, but probably it would again, if it does make the pass somehow, it leaves holes back, so need to defend well still. Rodri does extremely well. Stefan, that's a great ball by Stefan Ortega. KDB, give it to. I don't know why KDB didn't pass there. Jack Grealish was free. Jack Grealish was free on the right. Don't know why Stefan, sorry, Kevin De Bruyne didn't pass over there. What a chance. I mean, with his long shots in the recent games, I'm not blaming him, but just think he had attracted too many players over there, done his job, just pass it. I know the pass to Haaland was difficult, but the pass to Grealish was always on over there. Don't know why he didn't make that pass to Jack Grealish. Ruben Diaz, Erling Haaland, just. I mean, it's not his first touch, it's just got dispossessed over there, that's all. United played out well. Akanji is doing extremely well there on that left hand side. That's a good pass from United. United are on the attack now. City do well. They're defending in a 4-4-2 shape. The defensive organization is good and it's a goal kick. The defensive organization is good. It's very good. Was Rashford offside over there? He wasn't. Of course, he wasn't. It was a header from, but it was a header from so far out. Just think that the goalkeeper would have had enough time to react even if it was on goal. So good defending there from City. Excellent defending. But we just cannot allow that pass to come through so easily. That's the thing. I think we must maintain more pressure. Just that we have gone a little bit more passive in this. David De Gea is down now. Is it Fraser Foster? Who's United's second goalkeeper? I don't know. But David De Gea is down now. I've not liked the break in momentum, but I think we can take this time off to regroup and then continue with that press. They're showing the first goal, pass to Ortega. Ortega, a long ball up. Some might call a hoof up, but I would call it's a pick up to Erling Haaland. That was off the training ground. KDB winning the second ball. Gundogan, this is off the training ground. This is off the training ground. You can see by the way they celebrated. This is not a freak, guys. This is off the training ground. This is something which City have been practicing. I know that final shot of Gundogan, how much ever you practice, it might come off, it might not come off, but this is off the training ground. All of the things leading up to Gundogan's strike were off the training ground. Whatever you might think. We must be aggressive now. We must be aggressive. Pep knows it. We are dominating here, and just like that Real Madrid game, I think we need to go 2 goals up. Just like that Arsenal game when we were dominating, we went 2 goals up into the break, right? Okay, last minute header, but we went 2 goals up. Real Madrid game at the Etihad, we went 2 goals up. after the break. So, sorry, before the break. So I think we need to let our dominance count and Stefan just kick it long. Manuel Akanji. Heavy pass there to Ikai Gundogan and it's a city throw. That was a heavy pass there to Ikai Gundogan. We must go 2 goals up, guys, just to show our dominance. I mean, we deserve dominance. Kevin De Bruyne does well, and he passes it on to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva has just not been in the game. Not his fault. Nothing has come down his side. Everything is. United have been targeting Akanji's side. We have been sort of targeting United's right hand side. Understandably, United's left hand side, there's Luke Shaw. The right hand side, probably there is Van Bissaka, but it probably is a bit of a weakness when compared to the left hand side. I think at least defensively. Van Bissaka, I think, has not been in greatest of form and stuff. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz. Ruben, just don't go striding into the midfield. It's John Stones, actually, my mistake. Bernardo Silva there. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah! Good strike from Kevin De Bruyne over there. Very good strike from Kevin De Bruyne over there. Left foot. I'm sure if it was Courtois, he would have hit it in such a way that it would just have been jingling in. But what a strike that was from Kevin De Bruyne. It almost reminds you of what he did against Ramsdale there. He went a bit further up, but in that opening goal against Arsenal at the Etihad, that shot just had a bit more curl on it, I know, and it was also from a bit more nearer. Rashford was through, Sancho was through. I think the instruction was both of them to stay up and not stay back. So, but it's well defended. The attack's not over, the danger's not over, but it was well defended. Bernardo Silva coming out with the ball. He was under pressure, should have released it a bit more early. That is something I've seen a bit of a blot on the performance. We've been holding onto the ball a bit too much. There's a pass where De Bruyne could have played in Grealish. Bernardo Silva here could have made an extra pass. That is where we need to be a bit more careful. Don't hold on to the ball as much. United players are appealing. United players are appealing there. I hope it doesn't come to nothing. I'm sorry. I hope it comes to nothing. Look at the appeals from Bruno Fernandes, especially. When City appeal, genuinely the referees believe. Mostly because we only appeal when something's happened. Just look at the United players appealing there. Kyle Walker back to Stefan Ortega. This is Brighton's tactics, Brighton slow it down, Deserby's team slow it down, invite the pressure, and then look to hit us on the break. That is how they create space. What is it? What is it? Is the referee looking at a penalty here? But Jack Grealish is he's given a penalty, guys. He's given a penalty. He's given a penalty. It's a Jack Grealish handball. It's a penalty. He's given a penalty over there. It's a Jack Grealish handball. What the hell? Who's gonna take the penalty here? Ah, so unfortunate. It's against the run of play. Against the run of play here. Stefan Ortega against the run of play. The Greel is there with the handball. How well things were going for us. United did nothing. United did absolutely nothing. Bruno Fernandes and Stefan Ortega. And Bruno Fernandes scores. Bruno Fernandes scores. It's 1-1. It's 1-1, guys. The match has come to where it has started. It's 1-1. I noticed from a handball there, but it's 1-1. There's something I think which Bruno Fernandes did over there, but I mean, the hands were not in an unnatural position. It's not a penalty for me. The hands were not in an unnatural position at all. It wasn't a penalty for me. It wasn't a penalty for me at all. How the hell are you going to play without, when you're jumping in the air without, rising your hands up? How the hell are you gonna play? Not a penalty for me. I don't know what people might say. I mean, are you supposed to put your hands behind and jump? What a prick, Bruno Fernandes. It's 1-1, and this is the phase where City must be careful now. You must not get too much deflated. Ah, a chance for De Bruyne to just lift across into the box over there. That was a chance. That was a good chance. That was a very good chance. Not a penalty for me. United needed this to come back into the game. A dodgy decision from a referee. That was never a penalty. When was that getting overturned? I don't know. The ref gave not a penalty. Was it clear and obvious action? It wasn't a clear and obvious action, guys. When you jump, where else are you supposed to keep the hands? You can't keep your hands behind and jump, right? We must be stable now. This is the quality of playing finals. You must be stable when the momentum has swung. That is the quality of championship teams. The quality of champion teams is not, going 3-4 goals up and relaxing. The quality of champion teams is when you're goal down or when you're level and the momentum has swung up against you. You need to be stable. You need to be careful. You need to get hold of the tempo of the game. That is what Real Madrid do. That is why Real Madrid teams like Real Madrid are so special. That is why we are special in the Premier League. Just remember, guys, Aston Villa 2-0 down, 15 minutes to go. Liverpool almost winning the league there at Anfield. We held our nerve. QPR held our nerve. Lot of games where we held our nerve in the Premier League. Need to do the same thing in this cup competitions, in these knockout competitions. Doesn't matter who the opposition is here. You're playing against yourself. You're playing against your insecurities. You're playing against your inner demons here at this stage. Manuela Kenji, that's a foul. It's a throw in for Jack Grealish. We must be calm, stable. If possible, getting 1-1. Ideally, I would want City to get in 2-1 at half time. That would just boost up the confidence of the guys so much. Because they deserve two goals. At least City deserve two goals from this half. United deserve nothing. What a ball from Kevin De Bruyne. John Stones. That's a corner for City. That's a corner. Kevin, take the corner. That's never a handball. I'm still looking at that. That's never a handball. But things like these happen in knockout competitions. That is why in knockout competitions they're decided on moments. Roma, Sevilla, what happened? Roma, Sevilla, handball. Few referees would have given in favor of Roma. It was a different tie. Ah, that was almost so well worked out, right? Erling Haaland was almost so close there. Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, Rodri, Manuel Akanji. And by the way, that is the first goal we've conceded in the FA Cup competition this season. I almost forgot about it. And it had to be a dodgy goal as well. City are upping the pressure on United now. I think City want to get that second because we deserve that second. It's what we deserve, that's all. We're not asking for more. Great ball and Jack, Jack, Jack. Redeem yourself, Jack. I mean, you haven't done anything wrong anyway, but why is that not a penalty on Kevin De Bruyne? That's a clear penalty on Kevin De Bruyne. He's coming from back onto Kevin De Bruyne. That is a penalty, I think. I know the referee has not given, but VR has to look at it. That has to be a penalty on Kevin De Bruyne. That's very well pinched by Kai Gundogan over there, but City are asking for that penalty. Let us see. Let us see. The Casemiro, I think, is catching his knee. I think if the referee gives that, it's not overturned, but I don't think VR will give it now. I mean, I was actually shocked that I should not be shocked with the referee officiating standard, but I was shocked at how the VAR wanted to overturn that decision. It wasn't clear and obvious error when Jack Grealish is jumping. I know it's given in Europe, but in Europe the handball rules are just ridiculous. They're just not at all good. Erling Haaland there just could not turn that well. Bernardo Silva calming things down. Just be calm, guys. That's the only thing I would say. Just be calm. Chances will come. We are the ones who are dominating. Chances will come. Just be calm. Patient chances will come. Chance to counter for Manchester United, I think, here. It's a corner for United. We just need to be a bit careful on this counters. That's the only thing. We need to defend the set piece better now. The last thing I would want is us to concede from a set piece. Just need to be so much focused on the set piece here. You don't want to be conceding before the break. Do not want to be conceding before the break. Just be focused, guys. Mark Casemiro. Mark Victor Lindelof. Mark Rafael Varane. Ah! That was a chance for Jadon Sancho. That was a chance. He missed it. I know, but that was a chance. Need to be careful in them situations. That was a chance. We need to be extremely careful. No one who's marking Jadon Sancho, Bernardo Silva. It's just that Sancho escaped him. Ten Hag thought that was a goal. Manuel Akanji, Ikai Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. He's blocked off there. The player blocked off. Luke Shaw, I think it was he blocked off Bernardo Silva, and it's not the other way around. That's a foul on Bernardo Silva. The referee is not giving any fouls in our favor. I don't know why. You could say it's a shoulder to shoulder challenge, but for me, it's a foul on Bernardo Silva. It's a clear foul on Bernardo Silva. See, Grealish had eyes on the ball as well, right? It was not that he was desperately putting his arm in. Grealish had eyes on the ball as well. He did not know where his arms were going, and that was a natural action. Where the arms in an unnatural position, that's the only question I would ask the referee. Akanji goes down again. Manuel. Well defended, very well defended by Manuel Akanji. It's a throw in for United. But with the arms in an unnatural position, that's the only question I'll ask you guys. Answer is no. Jack Grealish's arms are not in an unnatural position. It's a throw for United. It's offside. Pep Guardiola will have a lot to say because when we were dominating, we didn't press home the advantage. It was there for us to take United to twos and threes, and then it inevitably, as it happens in a derby match, through some or the other way, United got back into the game. I mean, I could just sit here the next 30 minutes through the break and just moan about the penalty. But I think at the end of the day, when you're losing a football match and if you're a champion team, you need to look at things which are in your control than the things which are beyond your control. The handball was beyond anyone's control. Grealish couldn't do anything else in that action. He was jumping. We know how good defensively he's been. So not Grealish's mistakes. What was in our control when De Bruyne had the ball almost 3v3 at the back? He didn't slip in Grealish. John Stones or Bernardo Silva, it was De Bruyne once held on to the ball too much. So we had 3-4 opportunities there. Rodri's corner attempt. So we had opportunities where we should have put United to the sword in that early dominating period. We didn't do that. So I would be looking at all of these if I'm Pep Guardiola going into the break. It's +4 anyway, so there's a bit of time going into the break to be fair. Ikai Gundogan, good switch of play, excellent switch of play. Kyle Walker, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin, just don't hold on to the ball. That's not a free kick, ref. That's not a free kick. Rodri won the ball cleanly over there. That's never a free kick. None of the decisions going our way. Not a single decision has gone our way. I know it was a superb strike from Gundogan, but None of the decisions have gone our way in this half. United want to get back to the break, get to break desperately. You see, they're not even trying to start play. Rodri does well there to get the ball. Excellent work by Rodri to get the ball. That's a United throw. Good defensive work. I know we are under the cost, but we need to defend well here. Ikai Gundogan clears, calm and clears. That's well done by Ikai. Very well done. What the hell was Kyle Walker doing there with Fred, I think? What the hell was Walker doing? United are playing it safe now, but after that after that Madrid first leg, I think after that Madrid second leg, you know what Pep Guardiola said about the first leg? We had to swallow poison. I'm not comparing Madrid with United here, but it's a cup final, right? So in cup final, one of match anything can happen. So especially in cup finals, forget about the team, but especially in cup finals, you need to suffer. The team that suffers the most inevitably goes on and does well in the cup finals. So one last chance, one last through ball, one last attack. John Stones, good switch to Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne just put a long ball in. Kevin, there's no time. Kevin just put a long ball in. Seconds are ticking away. One cross. Just imagine how much momentum it would dent. That is a foul. And I think Aaron Van Bissaka gets booked. Aaron Van Bissaka gets booked here. Aaron Van Bissaka gets booked. This could be a huge moment in the game against Jack Grealish. Van Bissaka gets booked. Look at that. Really skinned Van Bissaka. Almost. I mean, the body position of Jack Grealish prompted Van Bissaka to make that decision. And this will be the last kick of the game and it will be a set piece for City. I think City can throw everything in here because this will be the last kick of the half. Kevin De Bruyne with the set piece. Just imagine the roar it would cause if this ball went in. This went into goal. I don't think De Bruyne will try for goal directly. The aim will be Ruben Diaz, I guess, or John Stones. Kevin, just stay here. That's the only thing I ever ask of you. Very bad free kick, and that should be the half, ref. Very bad free kick, and that should be the half. We are back where we started with that Ikai Gundogan won goal, and then we were the dominant side throughout the half. Jack Grealish handball, that was never a handball. Again, that was never a handball there. I hope they just spurs our players on. I don't know what the people in comments think. What do you guys think about the handball? Do you think it was a penalty or it's not a penalty? What do you guys think? For me, my take is it's not a penalty. Arms were in a natural position, but I think we'll have to look at that phase. First United were rattled in the first opening seconds with that Gundogan strike. It was almost a three-touch goal. After that, United took almost 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes belonged to us. United were shell shocked. My question here is, what did we do in those 20 minutes? Bhaiya, If that was a pen, then Casemiro should have seen straight red, not even yellow for that criminal. Vayaji, none of the decisions are going against us, right? The 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 referee, every single decision, even free kicks, everything, when the referee has to give a free kick to us, like Jack Grealish, I think was stripped once or twice in the final 5 minutes, and Jack Grealish and the referee thought for a second before putting his whistle. But when United players appeal for a free kick, he's almost like he can't wait to put the whistle in his mouth. I want the ref to just remove his black shirt and show me the jersey underneath. I'm sure the jersey would be red. I mean, I understand if that penalty was given in a European game, in a Champions League game, but in a Premier League game, that was. My only question is were the hands in an unnatural position? The answer is no. I mean, each one of us, if we once get up, look here, defending something, defending the ball and jump, while jumping, my hands will not be behind, right? The natural position of a body is to go up, right? Are the hands following the anti-gravity law, where if the body if the body jumps up, the hands should jump down? Newton would be Newton, Einstein, all the big scientists would be ashamed of that decision. That decision is against the very laws of physics. When you jump up, your hands jump up, right? Law of inertia. What are these refs all about? Simple law of inertia in physics. Bhayaji says this fool tyranny was there at pool last game where he didn't show Milner second yellow. And Bhayaji, where this fool tyranny was also there? Paul Tyranny was also the referee at Old Trafford this season. And what else has happened at Old Trafford? The linesman gave an offside. And who was the linesman? The experience of that linesman was almost more than Tyranny's age. That linesman was the most experienced offside linesman. He officiated the final of the World Cup and things. He officiated Champions League finals, that linesman. And Tyranny goes and overturns the linesman's decision and does not give a foul. And overturns the offside. Paul Tyranny. You know who should have been hit by bottles? And in that Europa League game, Paul Tyranny. He was also there. VAR was Paul Tyranny there. That he should have been hit. He should have been hit with bottles. What an absolute prick, Paul Tyranny. Mamet is here. He says hi from Indonesia. Hey man, Mamet, how are you doing? Are you enjoying the game? And what do you think about the penalty? Do let us know. Bayaji says KDB completely off, no link up with Haaland. I don't know. I don't know that thing about KDB Bayaji, because KDB had opportunities and he held on to the ball too much. They were surrounding, 3 4 players were surrounding him twice or thrice in the game where Grealish was free. He was not passing. Just seemed that KDB wanted to shoot himself. I know that when KDB wants to shoot himself, no keeper in the world can stop him. That Real Madrid first leg strike. But I just think in that first 15 20 minutes where we were dominating, KDB should have been much more, he should have been much more, uh, he should have expressed himself much more freely, like made those passes, ping that passes through rather than holding onto the ball and stuff. Don't know what is it with KDB. Haaland, I think, contrarily, Haaland was good actually. Haaland was very good in a way. Haaland was good in a way in the sense that he did his job. He spun Rafael Varane once, and he went on. He had a shot off on goal. So Haaland did his job well, and we created zero big chances for Haaland. Right? Haaland did not have a single shot on target. We just did not give him those chances to have a shot on target. Vinay says typical City. That's what we are. Vinay says why they sleep after scoring. Don't know, Vinay. I don't know. I don't know why don't we get the second and the third. There were opportunities this time. I think after scoring, we were on the front foot. We had opportunities, stones coming in. It's just that KDB was off it today. KDB was off it. We could not have let Bernardo Silva have impact on the game. I was just thinking, could he have started Phil Foden today instead of Jack Grealish? I mean, and I know that Grealish has been a standout player and all, but just is that it's just that this derby thing, Phil Foden, the local lad playing in a Manchester derby, his record in a Manchester derby has been excellent. I know hindsight is very good, and I know I would not have been telling this after that Gundogan goal, but probably I think forward in a little bit more directness. I don't know what that would have made us. Bayern is lacking intensity of big games, must do better in second half. Pep must just go in on them. Pep must just go in on them in this break. The defense was good, but it's just that attacking front three again. Front three in the sense accepting Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Grealish and Bernardo Silva. I think they were just not that mobile. I just thought they were a bit more passive. Pep would want them to attack United more. United says this is just going for United. Old Trafford game vibes. And when Paul Tierney, the referee, I just don't understand. You have a ref who has caused so much controversy in the previous game when we played United at Old Trafford. How could you allow Paul Tierney to referee this game? I just don't understand the rules. I've just given up, and I've just given up on the handball rules as well now. Gautam is really disappointed. Even after such a brilliant performance, we're under pressure. Just so Pep gives some pep talk in half time. But Gautam, that is the reality of football. I think in a way you can dominate the entire. I mean, here at least we have dominated 20, 30, 35 minutes. We have at least dominated 30 minutes, if not more than that, and we are 1-1 down. But against Real Madrid, we dominated 180 minutes almost, and we were knocked out. I remember Spurs, Ajax, I think 2018 final, 2018 quarter final, 18-19 season. Ajax dominated the entire game and Spurs won by two late goals. So, just think that is football, that is football. That is why I was telling you, get one, you get two, you get three, and put United to the sword. You just can't allow them to wake up. Just thought we should have taken something from that lesson against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. I know sides are different, but it's a knockout game, it's a cup game, so just thought we should have put United to the bed. Rodri had a free header, for example, in the first 10 minutes or so. That was an easy chance again. That should have been 2-0. I think 2-0 in the first 10 minutes, and this game was almost as good as done. I think then he could have just played on the counter. Bayajis' wingers not been in the game at all. Bernardo Silva has been in the game a bit by Ajay, because Bernardo Silva for me has gone inside into the midfield, has helped Rodri. There was a lot of space. I don't know, we haven't switched it up as much, because especially when Mahrez plays, every time you see a switch from Rodri to Mahrez consistently. But this time I don't know why we've not seen any switch. We have not seen any switch from Rodri to Mahrez or anything like that. It's just that we've focused on that left hand side, Akanji, Grealish, and it has helped United in a way. It has helped United in the way that they can now focus only on that left hand side. I think we need to switch the play more. We need to play. I mean, Erling Haaland not with a single one-on-one. When has this happened? The last time against Madrid, it was because of a Courtois masterclass, but Haaland could have easily got a hat trick there. Against Real Madrid first leg, I agree it was a difficult game, but Erling Haaland against Brighton has missed 1v1s. Here he's missing against Chelsea. I think he's missed a 1v1 when coming late on. So Erling Haaland, I think we need to get Erling Haaland up and running. We need to play the ball through to Erling Haaland as fast as possible. We are just not playing in Erling Haaland, and also I don't understand this tactic from Pep Guardiola that okay, I know it worked for us against Arsenal, and I should not be critical of it. Haaland dropping into the midfield, I know why he does that. Haaland dropping back, but then especially after the first goal, I think what Pep should have done is just just told Haaland to be on the be on the shoulder of Rafael Varane. This would mean that United would be that two steps back because they're scared of the pace of Haaland. De Bruyne would have more space in the middle. Gundogan would have more space in the middle. Now with Haaland dropping into the midfield, I know that you're actually having more bodies in the midfield, but it also means that Rafael Varane it's easy for Lindelof and Varane to defend, right? Because United know that Haaland is here to win the second balls and is not going to spin away from me as often as otherwise. And it also means that United can play two steps further. It means that De Bruyne, Gundogan, even Grealish, if he wants to come into the midfield, Bernardo Silva will find that less of a space in the midfield. I just tell Pep, just release Erling Haaland and let him be who he is. Marlon is here. Hey buddy, how you doing? He says we need to improve in our second half. We definitely need to improve, Marlon. We definitely can't sit back. I mean, especially after United scored the goal, we sat back a bit. But we just can't be this wasteful of chances. Baya, this is Bisaka is on a yellow. Get is more in the game second half. That is true. That is true. When Bisaka on an yellow, we must exploit that. But I would also like to get Bernardo Silva, Luke Shaw 1v1. Another question is, at what point do you bring in Phil Foden? That is the question for me. At what point do you bring in Phil Foden? Because I will not accept Pep not making any subs. At least he has to make that sub of Phil Foden. Manchester Derby, local lad. I've been saying it again and again. It just is completely different when Phil Foden comes on. He just because of the local connection and rivalry, you'll see that he will just be a little bit more of intensity and everything when Foden comes on. So Pep must time that up to perfection. It's imperative that Pep does that. I know why we have not played a lot of long balls this half. That is because we are we are a bit wary of United's counter attack. Just tense for this half, waiting for the half to start. Just tensed. But at least we have won the Premier League. I know we are going in for a treble, but at least we have won the Premier League. Just imagine if we would have not won the Premier League and we are in this position in the FA Cup, suddenly our season would have been worse than the Liverpool season of last year, right? Where Liverpool are going for a quadruple and end up with just Carabao and FA Cup. There was a real chance that we could have ended up with nothing this season if we would have not won the Premier League. I mean, the pressure, I don't know what will happen in this match, but the pressure would just have been more on us in this game. And in a cup game, anything can happen. But yeah, this has Haaland uh, hasn't a clear chance yet. KDB will produce at least one magical moment. That's the thing, Bayaji. That's the thing. One moment. That's the hope. And KDB as well. One long shot. I know he's had a couple of long shots, but one long shot from KDB, and the defense has looked solid. I will not have any complaints on the defense. The defense have looked very good. Okay, that Jadon Sancho thing in the set piece, but that was such a difficult technique. Ball dropping, volley. If a player hits that, hats off to him. But other than that, our defense has been absolutely superb, right? Defense has been very, very good. This is the first goal we've conceded in FA Cup. No goal from open play yet this season in the FA Cup. First goal, that to a dodgy goal, dodgy penalty. The players are coming out from this half. Now, guys, whatever might happen in these 45 minutes, but these, like I've said before, that Real Madrid second leg as well, these 45 minutes will be whatever be the outcome. These 45 minutes will be one of the most intense and fascinating 45 minutes, I would say, in the lives of not just these players but in the lives of our fans as well, because these 45 minutes, I don't think these 45 minutes will ever come back. A derby game, a FA Cup, I know we might be on a chance to treble or a quadruple other season, that's another thing, but Manchester United derby, the chance to knock them off the perch by defeating them. So these 45 minutes, just give it your all. That's all I ask. Whatever might be the outcome, whatever might happen, I don't care. Just give it all. The fans, the players, everyone, just give it your all. That's the only thing. Regardless of the outcome, I ask no more of the players and the fans. Bayaji says our goalies are clueless on penalties. Ortega Bayaji. I thought Ortega is a good penalty stopper actually. He's a good penalty stopper. But again, penalties, they're like a coin toss, right? Heads or tails, 50-50. You might as well toss a coin instead of doing a penalty. So I mean, I just think when you want to save a penalty, it's just that you get that vibe in you. You just know when you're saving a penalty, I think. Even before the taker has taken it. Vinay says, good luck to us. Again, Vinay, whatever might be the outcome, just give it our all. That's what we can ask after such a memorable season. That's a kick out. Bloody Fred was trying to dribble through our defense. Erling Haaland, that was almost a through ball for Erling Haaland. De Bruyne should have just put it a bit wide, but nothing was on over there. Gautam says we have to win it for Gundo. Gundo's not leaving, Gautam. Gundo's not leaving. For sure, I can say that. It's just all false rumors spread by Barcelona press to unsettle the player. Gundo's not leaving, but again, in these final games, anything can happen. Cup final, so just give it our all. That's it. Give it our all. Just give everything that you have in this next 45 minutes. That's the only thing I would say. Whatever might happen will happen. There are few things which just can't control in football. Like that penalty, you could have trained for 1 year and played this game, and if that handball penalty should have happened, it would have happened. So just control whatever it is in your control. That's what I would say. Enough of a philosophy class, but I think that is what separates the champion teams from the rest. It's the mindset more than the talent and everything on the field. This is how Inter Milan defeated Barcelona. It's not I want them it to happen, but you see, whenever Porto defeated Manchester United in the Champions League all of those years ago, Chelsea defeated Bayern Munich 2012. Mentality, that's what separates the 1% from the 99% of the teams. Bernardo Silva with a switch. Bernardo Silva's been off it as well today. Poor switch from Bernardo Silva. I just do not want Stefan Ortega to make a mistake because we've already gone out of an FA Cup semi-final with a mistake from Jack Steffen. Kyle could have just played better pass, but Walker retrieves it, so that's good awareness from Kyle Walker. Erling! Ah, it was a tap in right there for Erling Haaland. Ah, Haaland just went ahead of the ball over there. I think that was a right tap in for Erling Haaland. Guys, tap in for Erling Haaland over there. That was a tap in for Erling. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz. That's a foul on Kevin De Bruyne. Fred. That's a yellow card. The ref needs to give a yellow card over there. That's a clear foul on Kevin De Bruyne. Now, why is the ref not giving a yellow card, guys? Why is the ref not giving a yellow card? But what a chance that was for Erling Haaland early on. Look at that. They're showing the replay and ah, what a chance for Erling Haaland there. What a pass that is. What a cross that was from Kevin De Bruyne. It's a free kick now in a reasonable position, but we aren't known to be good from free kicks, right? So it's a goal! It's a goal! Ilkay Gundogan! Ah! Ah! What a goal! Ilkay Gundogan! Ilkay! What is your foot there? What is your outside of the foot made of? Ilkay Gundogan! What a goal, mate! What a goal, buddy! Wow! Ilkay Gundogan! What a goal, Ilkay! What a goal that is! Ilkay Gundogan with two bangers! Wow! Ilkay Gundogan! Gautam said we have to win it for Gundo. Gundo says I will win it for myself. Again, De Gea probably should have done better. United fans will argue, but again, it came through bodies. I would not blame De Gea there. It went through bodies. The keeper saw it late and he sort of pushed it into the net. What a goal that is! What a fantastic goal that is! Ilkay Gundogan. Wow! Kevin De Bruyne. I think two assists for him in this game. Although both the goals were more about Kevin De Bruyne. This is again training ground stuff. Pep needs to get credit for United on the attack. What the hell are we doing there? That's kicked out and that's well done. It's a long ball. That's well taken down. I think it's Bruno Fernandes. We just can't concede. That's a throw in for City. Well done. Yeah. I don't know why the game just paused for a bit now on the app. I'm streaming it on, but what a goal that is. Stefan Ortega. Poor ball. That is well defended there. Well defended by Manuel Akanji. Haaland should be just freed now, freed of his leash. Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland, that's a combination you need to play now. More than anything else. Kyle played back to Ortega. Gautam says give him whatever he wants. No one, first of all, wants him to leave Gautam. Chance. That's a foul and that's another free kick for City. That's another free kick for City. And I think it's a yellow card for Fred for sure. We do not want him to leave Gautam. We do not want him to leave. He's a guy, and Arsenal thinking that Ilkay Gundogan would go to them. How do you think uh, our captain, someone who lifted the Premier League, would want to go to a rival team who are looking to challenges for a title? How can Gundo think about that? Just keep Gundo in cotton wool. He has turned up in the most pressure moments. Everton, Goodison Park, Gundo turns up. Leeds United, we were struggling to break them down before the Madrid game. Gundo turns up. What a player, Ilkay Gundogan. Kevin De Bruyne. That's a corner for City. That's a corner for City. Victor Lindelof. I think the final touch came of Victor Lindelof. That's a corner for City. Just need to be a bit more careful on these set pieces because United are looking to go off on a counter. Ilkay Gundogan is almost slotting in beside Rodri now. Jack Grealish. Jack. Just can't give the ball away like that. Grealish not been on it today. Jack will know that. Ah, because of that, the entire city's attack build-up has been spoiled, and now we have to go back and defend. Very well done, Kyle Walker. Excellent work by Kyle Walker over there. Ilkay Gundogan, there's a chance of counter on, but Gundogan does the sensible thing. Retain the ball, build up. Jack, you need to be careful, Jack. You just need to be on your A game. You can't give the ball away to a team that is looking to hit you on the break. Rodri with the ball. One more goal, guys. We need that cushion. We need that cushion. Kyle Walker. Ah, almost a good ball, but it needed to have swirl on it and great defensive work by Erling Haaland there. Wonderful, wonderful Erling. That's what he's developed coming to City in this season. Ilkay Gundogan, what a clever little run that is. Ah, overcooked cross. He should have just at least given Haaland a chance to attack it. Haaland was free. Gundogan set himself free over there. Gundo, the way the night's been going for you, you should have completed that cross to Erling there. Chance for United to get on the counter attack here. And the ball's hit out by the United player. We have to punch, give that killer blow now. The first half we could not give that blow to them, but now we have to strike United in such a way that they cannot even dream to get up. The next goal will be so important in this tie. It will be so important. We have to land that sucker punch. That's a City throw in. We have to land that sucker punch. Alejandro Garnacho is coming on. We have to land that sucker punch on Man United. Manuel Akanji. Kyle Walker almost slipped there. That would have been iconic to the Steven Gerrard slip if he slipped over there. What are we doing there? Almost the ball pinched off Rodri over there. That was a 3v1 there if Rodri lost the ball over there. Ikai Gundogan, Manuel Akanji, Ikai Gundogan, Rodri again. His positioning is just superb. Wonderful play there from City. Ikai Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, should have probably slipped in Jack Grealish or someone there, having drawn the defender. Kevin De Bruyne gets to it. He's offside. But again, a chance, guys. That is the chance. That is the chance which we must have taken. De Bruyne was through over there and just scuffed his shot. Because De Bruyne, from that range, if he generates power, the net will go out. Garnacho comes on in place of Eriksen. That's a throw in for United, I think. That's a good ball in. That's a good ball in. Rodri, Ikai Gundogan, Ruben Diaz, Manuel Akanji. We must land the Saka blow. John Stones. Ah, John, there is so much space ahead of you. Why do you want to shoot? John, land a punch on United, final punch, and then shoot. John, don't know why he's shooting when there's so much wide open space ahead of him. It's just ping pong in the air. David De Gea on the ball. I know we're not pressing him more because we don't need to. That's good play from City and Rodri there. Jack Grealish on the ball. Jack, just be careful. Don't give the ball. Kevin De Bruyne, that's a good pass by Jack Grealish. That's a free kick to United, but again, it's Paul Tierney. You expect him to give that decision. Don't think that was. I personally don't think that was a foul on Fred over there. Paul Tierney just can't wait to put the whistle in his mouth to give. Wasn't that offside? Why are they retaking it? I don't know. I bet if the goal would have gone in, no one would have retaken it. What is Paul Tierney doing? We're playing against 12 people here, guys. The referee is also on their side. What a prat the ref is. Good ball by Stefan Ortega there. The courage. I applaud him for the courage he's shown there, and the United press is broken. Why is Rodriguez? Why did Rodriguez carry on running with the ball instead of passing it to someone? That was the most unlike Rodri over there, and we conceded a counter attack. I don't know, something had put him off over there. Wonderful one-touch football from City over here. Kevin De Bruyne again not on it today, guys. Like Bayaji mentioned, Kevin De Bruyne just not on it today. An informed Kevin De Bruyne and the game would have been out of the reaches of Manchester United. Jack, run back, Jack. He's done well there to run back and well defended there. Very well defended. Both Jack Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne haven't been on it today. I don't know why, due to the long break. Lindelof is coming through. We know that he can make runs and stuff. Ah! For a moment, I thought it was going in. Outside the box. You never know, those shots might go in because Vinicius Jr. he scored in that way as well, just from outside the box, right? So you never know with them sort of shots. Stefan Ortega, it's see him playing out from the backside. We need to be careful of this, especially it's not Ederson, so I'm a little bit more skeptical here. I know Ortega is good with his feet, but Ederson is, even if a mistake happens, he has the potential to recover. That is well done. He's played it well. Back to Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne. It's John Stones, Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, John Stones. Heavy ball, heavy ball. Otherwise, there was space for Bernardo Silva. How many guys have seen Bernardo Silva in this match? It's not his fault. We've just not played. I mean, that's all. We've just not played him in as much. His role has been different today to orchestrate play, stay back, and all of those things. Ruben Diaz, Stephen Ortega. Ah, that was risky. That was very risky. I think Rodri did not know who was coming behind him. Manuel Akanji, Stephen Ortega. Good ball out from Stephen Ortega over there. Exactly to Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland is on it. Erling Haaland is on it. To Prina picks. Sorry, Gundogan picks it up. It's a ball to Jack Grealish. Is Grealish offside? No, he's not. I think he's not. Ah, that's could have been a great hat trick for Gundogan, but I think VAR will check it. VAR will check it. VAR will check it. I think, but let us see. Ah, he was well off. He was well off. He was well off. But again, an excellent chance for Gundogan over there. He was well off, but a good chance for Gundogan. Ah, could have been the perfect night for Ikai Gundogan. I don't know why. Whenever he wants to hit a hat trick, penalty miss, offside, a lot of stuff happen. But excellent play there by Erling Haaland there to create that goal chance. In a way. Ah! For a moment, I thought it went in Alejandro Garnacho. We need to be careful of him. Remember, he was the one who changed the game at the Etihad Stadium, though at Old Trafford when we played them. Though it was Paul Tierney who had a bigger hand in that, but that was so close to the bottom corner, right? That was so close. We need to get the third goal, guys. We need to get the third goal. We need to get the third goal as soon as possible. Because we get the third goal and suddenly United will have to. They're still playing a bit deep now, but you get the third goal and United will have to come even more further, and which means Erling Haaland will have a lot more space to run into. Defend, defend. That's a corner for United, but I don't know why that was not flagged offside anyway. Defend the set piece well, guys. First set piece, and Jadon Sancho had a chance. We can't do that. United, I think, want a penalty for this as well. Kyle Walker against Marcus Rashford probably should have taken the ball off from him. United are in the attacking phase now. Well, this is football. You just can't hope one team will be in the attacking phase. That's all. But I just hope that we score the third goal more than we're just not able to clear. That's very well done. A good block. I think it's of Jack Grealish. Garnacho in the box. That's an excellent block. I think it was from Ruben Diaz. Wonderful defending there. What has the referee given here? That's a clear foul from Casemiro on Bernardo Silva. It's a clear foul. Guys, 15 more minutes in this game stands between us and our face off with destiny at Inter Milan in the Champions League final against Inter Milan. So 15 more minutes where I want the players to give absolutely everything in their lives. Phil Foden's coming in and Kevin De Bruyne is coming off. De Bruyne has not had the best of games, but he's provided the two assists. Little bit more sharp at De Bruyne, and this would have been out of bounds, out of range for United. But Phil Foden, the local lads coming in. Who is it? Is it Scott McTominay is coming on? I don't know. Someone's there on the sidelines. I don't know who he is. Phil Foden, I mean, where is Phil Foden playing? Interesting. Is playing in that central role, I think. No, Bernardo Silva shifted centrally. Phil Foden on the wings. Interesting. I think Pep wants to cut out that counter-attacking threat completely there. Kyle Walker, bottle in one hand and the football in the other hand. I don't know what he wants to do. That's a free kick in United's favour. Bernardo Silva with a little limp. Sir Alex Ferguson looking on. Not in my lifetime. It's every time now, Alex. It's every time. Oh, Wout Weghorst is coming on and Jadon Sancho's coming off. This means probably balls pumped along. Just hold on, guys. 12 more minutes. Just give it your all yours defensively, offensively. 12 minutes stands between us and destiny here. Wonderful body positioning there by Jack Grealish. That's a foul on Fred. Fred has come to foul Grealish here because Van Bissaka cannot. Van Bissaka is already on a yellow card. Now Fred is also on a yellow card. Casemiro is telling, why do you give yellow cards so fast? How are we supposed to foul people? And he's kicked the ball as well into Jack Grealish, Fred. David Beckham coming on there and watching. It's a free kick for City. Of course, City will be taking time. We are not going to go long in this situation, of course. Rodri. What a touch from Phil Foden. Ah! City players are asking for something, but Manuel Akanji was just not too far away there. But what a touch that was from Phil Foden over there. Wonderful touch. Haaland did absolutely everything he could do. Akanji was this bit close to making it 3-1. I don't know what's happened there, but the ball suddenly which hit his goalkeeper. It had to be the United's goalkeeper, right? I don't know what's happened. Probably an offside happened there. I don't know. That's a foul. And it's a free kick for City. Well done, well done. Jack Grealish. Was it Jack Grealish? I think it was Phil Ford and who's got the free kick over there. That's out. You should have kept the ball there more. Pep knows it. Offside is offside is offside. Wonderful offside trap played there. I think it was Wout Weghorst. I think it's Scott McTominay, if I'm not wrong. Who's coming on? Is it Scott McTominay? Lindelof is going off, and it's Scott McTominay is coming on. What would this mean? I think he wants height in the box now. Yes, I think McTominay will play up top, and they might play with the back three then. Ah! How did that miss? Erling! Haaland could have put the match to bed once and for all. Look at the dribbling skills of Erling Haaland there. I think it, yeah, the touch took it a bit far, and I think Varane kicked it against Haaland. It's a throw in for United. I think Walker could have probably let the ball run out of play for a goal kick to City. That's done well defensively. That's excellent work from Gundogan, I think, over there. City march on. These are tense minutes. It's not as tense as I was feeling in a Bayern Munich game, a Real Madrid game, and even an Arsenal title race game. I don't know why. Ikai Gundogan has been excellent. Bernardo Silva. Keep the ball for some time, guys. Keep the ball. Think again, you can ask the question, do you want to score a goal or do you want to keep the ball for 5 minutes? A difficult question to answer anyway. It's a United throw. What else do you expect from Paul Tierney and his, I won't say his linesman because the linesman was right in the offside call to Old Trafford. So, but Paul Tierney. Ah! That's an excellent block by Manuel Akanji over there. Otherwise, he was through. The player on the far side was through. Double up on him. Double. The players on the ground. That's a goal kick for City. I think it's Rashford who's on the ground. But the defending there was absolutely fantastic. We were giving everything there. We were giving everything. John Stones and Ruben Diaz are talking something. Diaz is telling something to Stones. He's not scolding, but he's telling something to Stones. It's interesting. But Manuel Akanji was superb over there. He didn't break that. He didn't make that block, and I think it was Garnacho who was actually through. It's out for a goal kick. I mean, it's not out, but I think it's a free kick for United. Guys, from here, let us play. We'll do the usual tactic. Let us play as if it is 1-1 and not 2-1. Let us play as if it is 1-1 now. We can't afford to concede a goal. Manu, 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 Manu. Manu. Manu, Manu, just don't let Bruno Fernandes get past you. Ah, wonderful defending from Manuel Akanji over there. Excellent, Manu. But the block which Manuel Akanji made, I don't know how many people would have realized it, but the block he made, I think 2-3 minutes back when I think it was Rashford who went down in the box. That block was so critical. Otherwise, I think Bruno Fernandes was through on goal. What a block from Manuel Akanji. That was. Stefan, catch the ball. Yes. Kick it long. Bernardo, Foden, Foden. It's Grealish actually. Grealish just keep hold of the ball. Wonderful play. Kai Gundogan there. Keep hold of the ball, keep hold of the ball. Time is also an important criteria now. It's also an essence now. But that's a wonderful ball by Jack Grealish to Ilkay Gundogan. Ah, how's he missed that? Phil Foden. That would just have been written in the stars, right? But what a ball. Grealish to Gundogan. I know it was a difficult finish because Luke Shaw was on him, but that would just have been written in the stars if Foden scored it. Scored if Foden laid the final punch. Nathan Ake is coming on now. Good change by Pep again, I think. Nathan Ake, the best defender in the air in the Premier League. Akanji is a bit, he's very good in all aspects, but in the air, I think that's sort of a bit of his weakness there. But Ake is superb in the air. Manu, Manu, Manu. Wasn't it a foul on Rodri? I don't know. Oh, but the referee had pulled play back for handball, but I think United got an advantage over there. Again, it's Paul Tirani. Just don't be surprised by whatever he does. Wonderful defending there. That's kicked out. Wonderful touchdown there by Phil Foden. That's a free kick to United. Three more minutes, guys. Three more minutes. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to be precise. Let us play like it's 1-1 and not 2-1. Three more minutes, guys. Face to face with destiny. Three more minutes from 30 minutes. That's a corner for United. But I thought that was a foul on the goalkeeper over there. It's foul tyranny. The corner's taking a lot of time, but 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Defend like your life depends on it, guys. Defend like your life depends on it. This could be one of the last kicks of the game. Wonderful defending. Excellent defending there from Kyle Walker. I think it is. The danger is not yet done. The danger is not yet done. It's gone out. Wonderful, wonderful defending there. Excellent defending. But what a save that was from Stefan Ortega. That was the moment, I think, for Manchester United to equalize. What a save. That was just going in, but what a save that was from Stefan Ortega over there. Wonderful save from Stefan Ortega. Kyle Walker's down. Kyle, just get up. 1 more minute, guys. I know, okay, might probably add on 2 more minutes, but in reality, it's 1 more minute when the clock was stopped. 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute. How are you guys feeling? 1 more minute to go. Eye to eye with destiny. The one of the most important minutes in the lives of all these players and all these fans. The most important minute. And the significance of this minute is we can't lose the game in this minute. I mean, in football, anything can happen, but in this minute, Sir Alex Ferguson looking on. I mean, late goals have happened. United have won the treble with the late goals. FA Cup late goal. I mean, late penalty. Save by Peter Schmeichel, I think. Aymeric Laporte is coming on as well. Pep has thrown in all of his central defenders. Laporte in place of Walker, actually. I thought Walker is to be on the field, but Walker's going now. I don't think how much time, I don't know how much time Paul Tierney will add here. Erling Haaland there, he'll easily outpace all of those United defenders, and that's very well done by Erling Haaland. Wonderful Erling. Wonderful Erling Haaland. Excellent, exceptional. Very well done. Last few seconds ticking on. He might add a minute more from here, I think. That's gone out for a City throw. Stefan Ortega. Stefan, catch it, catch it, catch it. And the referee has blown the final whistle. We have looked at destiny in the eye. I repeat, we have looked at destiny in the eye and conquered the second step of it. Wow. This is not a victory against Manchester United or any other team. This is a victory against ourselves and our destiny. Today we were fighting for our destiny. Today we were fighting within ourselves. I repeat, today we were fighting against destiny, fighting for ourselves, and we have conquered ourselves, which is one of the most difficult things in football. Against Real Madrid, we were doing it. Here, we were doing it. What a moment here! What a moment! The thing that makes this moment even special is our team that exactly at this time in 1999 when United won the treble, they were in the third division playing Gillingham, almost knocked out, lost that match. He is today, as today, almost beaten United of the perch, almost defeated them, looked at them in the eye in front of the entire world audience and said, we will snatch this, we will go one step further and snatching this treble by defeating you lot. Wow, today we can come, I don't mind whatever, I don't care whatever anyone says. From today, Manchester is blue. Manchester is no more red. Manchester is blue from today. In the past, when we have defeated them in derbies and all, people have said, well, City can't be bigger than United. Manchester is always red, this and that. Today, we have knocked them off the perch. Whatever might happen in the CL final and everything, today we have knocked them off the perch. Manchester is blue from today. I don't care whatever anyone tells from today. History has turned officially. Done. Completed. Manchester is blue. Bhaiya, this is 10 years contract for Kundo with pension. Why just pension by Ajit? Lifetime membership for Gundogan at the club. Get him a statue. Get him a bloody statue. Wow, what a player, Ilkay Gundogan. De Bruyne out of form today. I mean, not his usual self. Jack Grealish looked a bit rusty. Jack Grealish out of form today. Who carries us on? Ilkay Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan carries us on. What wonderful strikes, both of them, right? Erling Haaland probably not his shooting boots. Everyone in Manchester United as well. They mark Bernardo Silva, they mark Haaland, they mark Kevin De Bruyne, they mark everybody. But little Ilkay Gundogan, he comes, does his job. He's our captain. Ilkay, you're once a blue, you're always a blue. Ilkay, we will not accept you leaving this club and going anywhere. Just give the hell whatever he wants. Gautam says, beating United and marching towards the treble. You live for moments like this. You want to look at moments like this eye to eye, Gautam. When this match was starting, that's what we were discussing. You want to look at moments like this eye to eye because looking at moments like this is almost is like looking at destiny. And how many teams have the opportunity to look at destiny in the eye? How many teams have the opportunity to conquer their destiny? And that is what City are doing here, one step after the other. Bayern, Real Madrid, Arsenal, who are 8 points clear. Now Manchester United. Look at who we are to play in these cup competitions. We have to play Chelsea, we have to play Liverpool. Now we have defeated Manchester United. Look at who we have to play in the Champions League. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. It doesn't get much stronger than this competition that we have faced, both in the Premier League and also in the cup competitions. Every competition this season we have faced the bloody toughest draw. FA Cup tough draw, Carabao Cup tough draw. Champions League, bloody tough draw. Proud of this team, proud of how they fought, proud of how they gave everything. Guys, did you look at the defensive actions which we performed? Man, I don't think how many of you have realized this, but I think around about the 87th minute, Bruno was free on the left hand side. The left hand side was our left hand side was vacant, and Akanji came inside, and a ball was played through to Bruno from left to right, from their left to right, and Manuel Akanji blocked it. Manuel Akanji stopped it. If he did stop it, Bruno would have been through on goal. And at the end, Stefan Ortega, what a save that is! Doesn't that save remind you of Emi Martinez? He just spread himself there, Stefan Ortega, for the first save, and then for the second one, he just tipped it over the bar. Oh, what a goalkeeper we are having. What a team spirit we are having. Ederson will be the most happiest man in the world today for Stefan Ortega. And in how many teams do you see that one goalkeeper is happy for the other in terms of, performance and stuff? What a team spirit. Ruben Diaz there after that Akanji's block, calling on Akanji and telling, well done, Manu, well done. What a team spirit that is. We defended like it almost, the way we were blocking, the way we were defending today, it almost seemed like it was a message to United that if you want to score a goal over us, you have to walk over our dead bodies. Otherwise, as long as we're alive, we are not gonna let you score a goal from open play. Penalties and stuff, that is different, but open play, either we have to be dead, or otherwise, as long as we are alive, you cannot score a goal over us. You have to score the goal over our bodies. That was, I know it's a bit of an exaggeration, but that was how we defended. We defended like our bloody life was on it. We defended like there was no tomorrow. We defend. I mean, the defensive spirit in this team is so good. It just drives you on. When an attacker scores a goal, it's fine. You get up. But when a defender makes a good block, good tackle, Alexander Garnacho almost shot a very good shot, and Ruben Diaz blocks it. The defensive spirit, guys. I'm getting a bit of goosebumps, saying this. The defensive spirit in this team is just so good. This team has the defensive, steel of a Jose Mourinho team, and a midfield aura of a Pep Guardiola team, and an attacking nonchalance of a of an Arrigo Sacchi team of AC Milan. That's how Pep Guardiola has created this team. Fantastic. Vinay says Gundo God. Suman says Manchester is blue. It has always been. Bayaji says Manchester is blue, England is blue, soon Europe and the whole world is gonna blue. And again, a team that was out there in the streets playing third division. How we have conquered Europe, I mean, we're still not conquered Europe, but how we have, how we have risen up as a footballing power. Everyone in this football club, right from the bottom to the top to the fans, everyone deserves a great credit. Everyone deserves credit in believing in this dream. So Manchester is blue. It has always been. It was already blue when Carlos Tevez ditched Manchester United and came to us. Manchester was already blue when Sergio Aguero snatched them of the title. How iconic is this shift also, right? How iconic is destiny? I know I keep coming on to that, but how iconic is it? When we began our Premier League dominance, how did we knock Manchester United off the perch? Aguero goal. We gave them the trophy, snatched them off from them. That is the most ruthless way of taking revenge on our neighbors. And today, FA Cup, today a treble that was Manchester United's own glory. We have defeated them and we're trying to snatch it from them. How destiny always from 2011, when this journey started, 2010-11, it has always given us chance to conquer things by knocking Manchester United off the perch. What a wonderful way to achieve these glorious moments. Vinay says, and Wembley was blue today, and this is for all the Manchester United fans who think City don't have fans. This is for all of those Manchester United fans who think we put on light shows in Champions League because we don't have crowd. Not just this match, Bayern, Real Madrid, Leipzig second leg, Arsenal at the Etihad. Yeah, the away fans have always been fantastic, but the home fans superb. Each game this season, the fans were just outstanding. one of the best atmospheres this season I've seen in a long, long time. The fans are just outstanding. Vinay says, Gundo goat, get him a statue, get him a statue. Do not allow him to leave. He cannot leave. And that too to Arsenal. Arsenal fans' dreams would have grown up even more watching this. Barcelona, Gundo, why do you want to go to Barcelona when you can live moments like this here? Why do you want to go to Barcelona when you can, be in European finals, when you can beat your neighbors and have the chance of a treble? Why does Gundogan, and is the captain as well, just give him the contract, give him the salary, make him the bloody highest paid player in the league, in the Premier League? I don't care. Gundogan, not just this match, Leeds, Everton, this match, when this season, whenever we have we wanted it, Gundogan's their tough moments. Aston Villa last season, what more would you want? Aston Villa, almost an Aguero like moment last season. FA Cup on the way to treble this season. Ikai Gundogan, wow. Even after long after Sergio Aguero has left, his spirit still lives on in the form of Ikai Gundogan, and the spirit has just gone on and become better and better. Bayaji says Micah had predicted a tight 2-1 win. Honestly, Bayaji, after the first half, I mean, we were all elated, right? When Gundo scored that first goal in 15 seconds, fastest goal in FA Cup history and stuff. But when it was 1-1 and you're heading into half time, you were sort of like thinking, momentum is with United now, because having gone 1-0 down, they've come back, they're starting to believe. What do you want out of this? I think it would be the same for all of you guys, even for me as well. For me, like we discussed at halftime as well, I was just thinking 45 minutes, next 45 minutes, give it your all, guys. That's the only thing. With pre defeat, it's fine. Give it your all. Because sometimes you can be so desperate in wanting to win that you forget the process of playing football, which in essential is required to win, right? So I think focusing on the Pep, that's what Pep would have told at halftime as well. Rather than focusing on the result, just focus on the process. That's all. Honestly, if De Bruyne was in good form, if Erling Haaland had his shooting boots, it could have been 6-0. Sorry, 6-1, 7-1, whatever it is. It could just have been a cricket score, I would say. But this is another game that for me shows how Erling Haaland has grown in stature. I mean, round about January, February, if Erling Haaland did not score a goal in a game, it is almost like City were playing with 10 men, we were playing with one player less. That was why that was when they were struggling. They were cutting up the supplies, De Bruyne to Haaland, Grealish to Haaland, and we were struggling. But you see now what Erling Haaland has done in this game, all round game. He spun Rafael Varane, which created doubts in him. He's held up play beautifully and has dribbled actually. Through the United defense, he's held the ball last minute corner. He hit the ball against Fred, got the corner. He made sure that City made up bodies in the midfield. Today was an excellent example of why Erling Haaland came to City, because people are right. Even if you put a wasteful Raheem Sterling in this team, he scores 20 goals. Even if he misses 30 high quality opportunities, anyone would score goals in this team. But Erling Haaland has added this second thing to his game apart from his finishing prowess. Holds up play well, brings people into play, is intelligent. De Bruyne can run off him, links play well, passes. His passing is just superb. People don't realize Erling Haaland has the same amount of assists as Martin Odegaard, and none of them are easy assists. All of the assists are under pressure because always Erling Haaland is marked. Odegaard can escape. If you're a midfielder, you can escape the attentions of your opposite midfielder or stuff. But as a striker, giving those many assists, Erling Haaland has gone up a level this season, especially after February. Gautam says seventh FA Cup, and it's just the starting. Gautam, it's just the starting, just the starting. Bayaji says domestic treble done, traditional treble loading. Bayaji says all these wins amidst the World Cup is the biggest achievement, and also amidst the World Cup where Rodri played non-stop. Last season full, this season full, and is also played in the World Cup for Spain. hats off to Rodri. Hats off to Rodri for superb. I mean, not just Rodri, a lot of players. De Bruyne almost played a full season without rest. Rodri played. Lot of defenders actually played. Manuel Akanji, how good he has been. I mean, if you have to identify players, every player is a 10 by 10, I would say. Gautam says, Suman says, get Kahandi on call. Let's go. We will surely have to call a few United fans today, Suman. Gautam says the commitment of the players was just mind blowing. The defensive commitment was just fantastic, Gautam. It was the same against Bayern, it was the same against Real Madrid, it was the same against Arsenal. We were just, I mean, like I said again, the today we defended as a team like we always do. But I think today, especially, the players said, if you want to score a goal from open play, just walk over our dead bodies. As long as we are alive, we will not allow you to score goals. That is the kind of commitment you require to be at the stage. Vishal says, well done, City. Couldn't bear the noise coming from the smaller side of Manchester. Wow. Wow, Vishal. Wow. You put it beautifully over there. Smaller side, you have cheekily mentioned smaller side of Manchester, and maybe a few years ago, a decade ago, people would think that is City, but now it's United. And if an Arsenal fan is also telling that the smaller side of Manchester is United, then you know where it's coming from. JSK says, not in my lifetime. And JSK, that is an even more beautiful thing. Alex Ferguson watching on. We are going to lift the FA Cup in front of Alex Ferguson. We are going to almost demolish. I know there's Inter to play there, and I will never get in front of myself because it's football. But you're almost going to take a significant step towards that treble in front of Alex Ferguson, lifting the trophy. Not in my lifetime. Fuck it, it's every time. It's every bloody time, Sir Alex. It's every bloody time. And JSK, what a jinx! What jinxing powers you have, man! Wow, that is fantastic. You were going all in on Edison, and he started to perform well. He's doing world class saves, which he hadn't done in the last 1-2 years, Edison. And now you jinxed Manchester United by supporting it. And before JSK could have started his stream, Gundogan scores an FA Cup record. Keep your jinxing powers alive, mate. Wow, what a jinxing power, JSK. Bhaiya says domestic treble done, traditional treble loading. And now Bhayaji, we can say that we are the only team which we have done a domestic treble, and don't know what might happen, but we are well on our way to real treble. So we are having different combinations of trebles which United don't have. United have just done a treble or the treble or whatever they say, but we have different. We are on the verge of having different trebles. Again, I'm not someone who gets ahead of himself because life is a great leveler, football is a great leveler, but anything can happen against Inter. But City are just almost ready to lift the trophy here, and the camera slowly, I think it's panning to Sir Alex Ferguson. Vayaji says the only goal Ortega conceded was of a dodgy penalty by VAR, beast of a goalie, and he saved Vayaji. You look at the saves. We are lifting the trophy. Wow! Trophy lift. Wow! Look at both Addison and Ortega. Both have got a medal here. Wow, both are celebrating. The team spirit is just so commendable here again. Rico Lewis, Cole Palmer, Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. Kissing the trophy there. Ilkay Gundogan, Kyle Walker. Wow. Cannot see him leaving after doing all this. Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, Julian Alvarez with a medal. Aymeric Laporte, look at the crowd, guys. Look at the crowd. Wow. The only thing we didn't see today was was the bloody Poznan, because I know the game was tied. But again, superb goalie Vayaji, like you said. Ortega was wanted by Bayern Munich actually last season, and I don't know what they said, but there are a lot of Bundesliga clubs offering higher transfer fee, I think, and higher salary to Ortega as well. I don't know about the transfer fee, but they were offering higher salary to Ortega. Ortega came here in almost half the salary. I don't know what Pep promised them. Erling Haaland with the trophy lift. Jack Grealish lifted the trophy and everyone's laughing at him. Jack Grealish was doing something silly over there. Manuel Akanji lifting it. I would love to see Calvin Phillips lift it. Calvin Phillips feel the piece of the silverware made. The guys really love Calvin Phillips. Look at it when he's lifting. They're doing this. They're doing this. Calvin Phillips is so much loud in these parts. Bernardo and Gundogan just don't leave. Gautam says, we shall make it a habit because this storm won't stop for many years, decades to come. 1 year at a time, Gautam, 1 year at a time. That's what the club's motto has been, 1 year at a time. More than the competition, I think we know from experience that big empires, the mighty empires have crumbled in the past. The empire of United, the empire of Arsenal, the empire of Chelsea. To be honest, in recent years, a lot of empires have crumbled. So one step at a time. That's it. One step at a time. Every year, the process goes on every year, and we just can't take a step back because then your opponents will steal 2 steps forward. That's the only thing. Bayaji says Gunda Bai on a roll. That is one of the best comments today. Bayaji Gunda Bai on a roll. He's not Gunda Bai. He's Gunda Bai from now on. It's almost like Gundogan. It's almost like Gundogan today. Before the game in the huddle, he said हर एक टीम का सिर्फ एक ही गुंडा होता है और इस टीम का गुंडा मैं हूं. No, not even that. That is not good. I think this is what Gundogan would have said standing in the middle of Manchester before the match. हर एक शहर का एक ही गुंडा होता है और इस शहर का गुंडा मैं हूं. That's what Gundogan should have said. Well, should say it today after going to Manchester. शहर का दादा, शहर का गुंडा, इकाई गुंडोगन. हफ्ता देना पड़ेगा यूनाइटेड फैंस को, यूनाइटेड प्लेयर्स को आज से. Wonderful from Gundo, and what a comment by Achikunda by Vinay says, couldn't hear those London United fans. Well, stop this. That couldn't hear the United fans everywhere. That will stop this. Will stop that. Will. I remember. I think 1 2 months ago. I think one of the United fan was saying. I think it was Mark Goldbridge. I don't know. He was telling that there's just one job for Arsenal to stop City. There's just one job for United to stop City. There's just one job for Real Madrid. That is to stop City. I don't know how these people that, especially the United fans, they're not focusing on their team and they bloody want City to lose. They wanted. It's just hilarious from where United have gone to where United have gone from being a team where destiny is in their hands to a team where they can't control their destiny and they're relying on other teams to control the destiny. Vinay says Gunda goat, Manchester ka Gunda. Bayaji says Pep with Kushi ke aansu. That is at least better. That's at least better than Alex Ferguson with dry eyes. कुछ आंसू ही नहीं आ रहे Alex Ferguson. Not in my lifetime, bloody every time. And Gundogan is now, I think, telling to Alex Ferguson, तेरे जिंदगी में नहीं, अब हर हर साल मैं करूंगा इसी शहर में करूंगा. मैं हूँ दादा, मैं हूँ गुंडा इस शहर का. तू कौन है बे? Alex Ferguson. That is what Gundogan would say to Alex Ferguson now. But what a twist this is. In 10 years, how a team that thought its dominance could last forever had crumbled to almost bits, almost nothing. Life is a great leveler, football is a great leveler. Gautam says now we have won Premier League and FA Cup, so who will we face in the Community Shield? Bhaiya, this is Arsenal, yes. Someone says Arsenal, exactly, Arsenal. that was honestly the doubt that we had. Whom will we face? It has to be Arsenal. But if you want to prefer, if you want to ask my preference, I would face United again. Like they are the Carabao Cup winners, right? So I would like to face Manchester United in Carabao Cup, and and again do it in front of Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson, apparently not just Ferguson. JSK says we are getting the usual JSK, just go on with your jinxing power, mate. We are go on with the jinxing power, mate. Go on with the jinxing power. You have literally turned their season around single-handedly with your jinxing power. JSK says probably Pep tried more defensively. The defense, the defense is just outstanding. Like I said, these defenders are treating it like a battle, a war. These defenders are like, we will not leave the field. We will not leave the field without blocking everything. If you have to go on, I know I repeated this, but again, the defenders are like, if you want to go on and score, walk over us. That's it. You as long as we are standing, just cannot, just cannot score. Just cannot score. That defense. I've never thought that a Pep Guardiola team, actually, to be fair and serious, I never thought that this kind of a defensive steel could ever be present in a Pep Guardiola team, because you see those Bayern Munich teams, sorry, you see Pep's Barcelona teams, right? He played Yaya Toure as centre back in the Champions League final against United, a pretty good United team then, and they outplayed them attacking wise. United had chances, but attacking wise, Pep's Bayern teams, you always thought that defensively there was something there. So with City as well, in the first couple of seasons, you always thought that if City have to win these competitions, if City have to win the UCL, if City have to win the win big trophies, especially these cup competitions. I know we have won the FA Cup once in the past, but generally you felt that we needed to do it by blowing teams away. It almost felt that's Monaco 5-5 going out on away goals, Spurs 5-5 or 6-6 going out on away goals. Lyon 2-1. I mean, lot of heavy defeats. Liverpool 4-2 or 5-3 or something like that. So, all of the defeats we have had in the past, it was almost like you thought if Pep had to win the UCL, for example, he had to do it by blowing teams away. But now, now the attackers are comfortable missing chances. Now the attackers are, okay, they're more sharp guilt edge, but they know that the defense is behind them. But this season, Papa's almost created an assurance for our attackers that one chance is enough. One goal is enough. Two goals are enough. That's it. Over two legs against Bayern, we played as if Bayern would have played another 180 minutes and they could not have scored from open play. The best chances Bayern had was Musiala shot from outside and Sadio Mane dodgy penalty. Again, I'm talking about open play. That was a dodgy penalty, and probably Sane ran through, but it was Diaz coming up. So zero chances from open play. Real Madrid, zero chances from outside. I mean, zero chances. Literally, it was just a 0.07 XG shot from outside the box that went in. So over the space of, you see, Arsenal, zero chances, zero legit chances when we played them at the Etihad. So I count these: Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Manchester United. The XG in these four matches combined is 0.05. I think if you remove the dodgy penalty, the XG from open play is 0.05 probably. So here I'm talking about facing four of the most informed teams in Europe this season, and we are conceding 0.05 goals over the space of what, 5-6 football matches. That is just wow. United, we conceded one goal penalty. Bayern, we conceded one goal penalty. Real Madrid outside the box. Arsenal, it was almost a long shot from a defender. So literally, either it's from outside the box shot or a penalty from open play. We are not conceding anything. We are not conceding anything. Wow. Wow, guys, it's just astounding. Just analyzing the defensive part of the City team. And I would not say that we have the costliest defense. Chelsea's defense is made of, just a little bit off topic, and we'll come back to celebrations of their FA Cup. But Chelsea's defense is Koulibaly, Fofana, Reece James, Cucurella, Chilwell, average of 300, 400 million pounds over there. And our defense is Nathan Ake, Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz. Our defense is just half of the cost of Chelsea's defense. But the thing is, Jack is defending, Bernardo is defending, Haaland wants to come back and defend, Kevin De Bruyne wants to come back and defend. People say defenders win titles, but I would say that I would say that teams win titles because we defend as a team and we attack as a team. I won't agree with people who say great title wins are built on great defenses, but great wins are built on great attitude from teams. Teams become great due to great attitude, not because of great players in them. And I think that is so evident in the way City defended against those four big teams. I would say everyone put in a shift, and I think over and above everything, over and above the striking talent of Erling Haaland, the trickery of Kevin De Bruyne, the vision of De Bruyne, the trickery of Jack Grealish, the innate passing ability of Rodri. I think the thing that separates this team from everything else, the reason why we are on the verge of etching ourselves in the pages of history is the attitude. The attitude of running back, the attitude of standing up for yourself, the attitude of playing for each other. Manuel Akanji was struggling, Jack Grealish comes back. Bernardo Silva was in a bit of a bother, Kyle Walker goes in and helps him. It's Kevin De Bruyne is not having a good day in front of goal, Gundogan steps in. I think it is this attitude when you play like this, each one is ready to die for each other more than anything else. And in that attitude, you just can't, when that attitude comes, the only ones who can defeat us is ourselves more than anything. JS says to avoid Chelsea, Madrid, and Monaco moment. That's true, JSK. Pep just realized that to win UCL you need really great defenses. Otherwise, it's just not possible. Baya says Mission Istanbul here. Shark team comes. The Shark had started its journey right from that Arsenal game, right? Arsenal at the Emirates. We were down and out. But I mean, if I have to pick up a game which really kick-started our season, I mean, you could say not being in the best of form and winning against Arsenal, fantastic. In that hostile atmosphere, drawing against Nottingham Forest, Pep having a pep talk in the dressing room, and all the upper management, Kaldun, Ferran Soriano, Tixike Bagaristan, everyone coming into the dressing room and having talks. Fantastic. But for me, the moment was Spurs away, losing 1-0 away to Spurs. I think that's when it sunk into everybody in this team that we just can't sink further. The only place you can go is up and up top. And I think that is where everything started. In sending Cancelo away, people forget how big of a moment that is. But sending Cancelo away and that loss against Spurs, both of the things really spurred us on. Fantastic. Vaya just Alvarez one win away from an unprecedented season. Look at the season for the guy. World Cup, Premier League, FA Cup, coming on for the Champions League. And I mean, people can't argue that Julian Alvarez hadn't done anything. I think Julian Alvarez, he's had what he's in the top four in the highest amount of goals scored. I think top five, top six, not in top four, but I think he's had 18 goal contributions. I think 18 or 20 goal contributions in all competitions this season, which is an insane return for a striker who has just started periodically. Julian Alvarez has just been superb. He's been very good actually. People might not realize it because of Haaland, but he's done his job. He's done his job. I mean, without Julian Alvarez, we might not have lifted the Premier League trophy to be fair. Because Fulham away, 1-1, tough day, tough afternoon match at Craven Cottage. All of Nottingham Forest was written all over it. That was one of the most painful matches to watch, and the fact that it is so tense. I was not that tense for Arsenal home, Arsenal away, but Fulham away because you win against Arsenal, drop points against Fulham. That was just you just could not do it. Julian Alvarez long range goal, a banger. One of the key moments in the title race, that one. So Julian Alvarez has definitely contributed. He's definitely contributed in what we have done. Vinay says Alvarez crazy trophy collection. and he'll just get better and better. When I'm just thinking what position Julian Alvarez can play for City, I think Pep is setting him up for Kevin De Bruyne position there, because you see how the position of Kevin De Bruyne has evolved. There's no longer, I think if you observe this, there's no longer a dedicated central attacking midfielder for City. Okay, sometimes De Bruyne drops to form a three with Rodri and Gundogan, or he pushes up with Gundogan. But generally, what we are saying is De Bruyne is just playing off Erling Haaland, Haaland De Bruyne, that link up play, and De Bruyne is running off Haaland, and Haaland is running off De Bruyne. Now you exactly slot Julian Alvarez into that role, and Alvarez fits perfectly. His ball control, his touch, I think in a way Alvarez would do it even better probably than Kevin De Bruyne in terms of holding up play, because he's a natural striker. So I think, I mean, not now. I wouldn't say now that drop De Bruyne, bring in Haaland, but you see the role which Pep Guardiola is preparing Julian Alvarez for. He's played Alvarez in a few games in that hole which De Bruyne plays when De Bruyne was arrested. Fulham game, for example, was a clear example of where Pep sees Alvarez in that hole, sort of that De Bruyne role, where he can just play off Erling Haaland or he can drop back, because his passing, his technical ability, everything is good. So it's just superb. It's just superb from Pep Guardiola, because there's been a lot of pressure coming that you should play Julian Alvarez on the wings, this and that. But Pep stuck to his guns, and Pep said that Julian Alvarez is, he plays through the middle. I will not play him on the wing. We were like, why is this guy stubborn? And that was also a phase when City were losing. When team is winning, a manager can say anything and get off it. But when a team is losing, for a manager to say that, kudos to the courage of Pep, kudos to Julian Alvarez for trusting the process. And for me, I think Julian Alvarez will be a great asset for us in terms of playing off Erling Haaland. Baya says Alvarez one win away from an unprecedented season. We have done that. Vinay says Alvarez crazy trophy collection. We have done that. Baya says this one tastes sweeter after three consecutive FA Cup semi-final defeats. You see, Bayaji, you see. Sometimes we think that why have we not within that, why have we not won why have we not won the Champions League again final against Chelsea? What, because there was a crazy chance of us even doing the quadruple that season, right? But that season it was the COVID season and it was without fans, right? Why have we not won the FA Cup before? It all hurt in that moment, right? It hurt me almost 2 3 weeks after that Chelsea uh, uh, this thing defeat, Chelsea Champions League defeat. But now when you look back on it, would you have loved to do Champions League there in Porto? Have literally half allocation of fans and stuff like that when things were not normal? Or would in a season when we virtually reached the final in front of empty stadiums, or would you have loved to do the Champions League, play the Champions League final in Istanbul in front of a whole crowd, one of the iconic stadiums, Istanbul, where some of the most iconic teams have lifted that trophy? Liverpool, AC Milan of the past, Real Madrid, everyone lifted the trophy there. Would you have loved to do it there? And would you have loved to do it on that journey where you have defeated PSG and I think it was a Lyon or someone, it was a Leipzig or someone on comparatively easy run in 2020 that season? Or would you have loved to do your first Champions League this way with Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, going to hostile stadiums, home and away, and trying to do it in Istanbul? I think at that time we were angry, but I think destiny had this thing written for us. And now, if I look back, I think I would have preferred this thing, this setting, if it had to be for our first Champions League trophy. I would have seriously preferred this run, this setting than anything else. And also the journey, guys, the journey. Just today night when you're going to sleep or whatever, when you're free, just sit back there and just remember the journey in the Champions League. Remember all of those nights, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. This season, Leipzig 1-1, and we were like, will we go out against Leipzig? We were struggling in the Premier League there. If you look back at all of those nights now, going to hostile away stadiums, this journey is just so much memorable, more than what I've experienced in a long time. I mean, every season has its own journey, I do understand, but this season it just feels So memorable, especially in the Champions League, doing that. Each night feels special. Vinicius work as a unit. That's been the secret of our success. Vinay this season, we defend as a unit. We defend like Grealish thinks I have to defend. Bernardo thinks I have to defend, and likewise the defenders think I have to create an attack for the opposition. I mean, sorry, for our attackers as well. Wonderful team spirit, I would say, more than anything else. United Spurs 1-0 loss and FFP allegations and Pep decision making. Spurs one. I mean, I think that people say, give me the money and I'll create and I'll win every bloody trophy. See what has happened at Chelsea. I think what we and Pep has done something here which you pay the top dollar, but not many managers can do. I think hardly any manager can do. Navigate that period in January and February. I think navigate that period, that horrendous period where your striker has gone goalless for 6 games, where it seems that your CDM is tiring a bit and Calvin Phillips is not ready. Where that Joao Cancelo, you have played him in a Carabao Cup game and he's just disrupting the team and is not on form. What do you do? How do you deal with that kind of a situation? And on top of all this, you have not figured out how to create a system and fit in Erling Haaland. You're not figured out in how do you get the best of Kevin De Bruyne. It seemed as if it was impossible to play Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland together in sort of the January February period. It seemed as if the easier option could be play Julian Alvarez or play a false nine and put Erling Haaland on the bench. I think one of the key things Pep did then was, I think not I don't think any of the other managers could have done this. You know what he did? He put on Rico Lewis there in the midfield, Stamford Bridge, 1-0 we won there. That was so important. That could easily have been a 0-0 draw, or Chelsea would have nicked it. 1-0 we have won at Stamford Bridge where we were struggling. I don't know if you guys remember, but a horrendous first half, Stamford Bridge, Chelsea. He brings on Rico Lewis, removes Joao Cancelo. Lewis changes the game, and then as well he puts Ruben Diaz for that phase. Look at the audacity of Pep. He puts Ruben Diaz out. He sends Joao Cancelo, who has been one of the best players of our season in the first half. He puts Joao Cancelo out, puts Ruben Diaz on the bench, brings in a young Rico Lewis. The season could have fallen down there. But as soon as he saw that he had created enough hunger in your Diaz and De Bruyne, everyone, he puts Diaz in the team. He puts De Bruyne in the team. Suddenly they are back, and suddenly City is another other team. City is a different team. That the management of Pep, it still sends me bonkers. It still gives me goosebumps. That period of January to February. And Kyle Walker, he still doesn't bring him in. He plays Manuel Akanji against Arsenal, for example, at right back position facing Martinelli. He plays Manuel Akanji, in fact, against Bayern Munich as well, playing facing Sané, Coman, and stuff. And then against Real Madrid, he brings on Kyle Walker. I mean, again, and he tells in a press conference Walker is not good enough, and he just brings Walker to a boiling point in terms of hunger, releases Walker, and look at what Walker is. Martinelli just couldn't do anything. Vinicius Jr., one of the best wingers in the world, is nothing against Walker, just squatted away. Walker pocketed the Bayern Munich winger in the second half, I think. In the second leg, I think. Walker today, Rashford, Walker had Rashford in his pocket. Suddenly, Walker is the best right back in the world right now. And his attacking play also seems to have improved. This is just top quality management from Pep, and this is beyond money. This is beyond anything. The tough is he swallowed poison, Pep Guardiola, in the 2 months, and he made decisions and those are the fruits. To be at the top, you need to. This is why Pep Guardiola is the best manager of all time, because to be at the top, you need to have the balls, you need to have the spine to take those tough decisions, and Pep Guardiola had taken it during that period. Whenever City win a trophy, the Premier League, with City were on the verge of qualifying against Real Madrid, against Bayern Munich, I'm all back to that first 2 3 months of this year period, first 2 months where the suffering we have gone through, and it's just the fruits of what we have done in that time, and the courage of Pep Guardiola and our fans as well. Our fan base is not as toxic as is not at all toxic when compared to a United fan base or something. We stood behind Pep Guardiola when he decided to send Joao Cancelo out. We were like, that fault must have been on the player. It must have been on Joao Cancelo, not on Pep. Kudos to this fan base. I just applaud and salute this fan base for staying together, because the fan base was divided during that period as well. It would just have been too much for Pep. Kudos to the fan base for trusting the process, for trusting Pep. This for me is this wonderful this wonderful adventure we have on, which would culminate against Inter Milan. It's just a group. The fans, the players, the coaching staff, the man, everyone is in it. Everyone is in it. And the beautiful thing is, everyone feels a part of it. Each fan feels a part of it. Each, right from the kit man, everyone feels a part of this journey. So just this fantastic from top to bottom, I would say. Vinay says need KDB replacement. Gets drained quick. He's getting old, Vinay. He's getting old. Gets drained quick. But whenever he sees Kartua, the sting in that shot never dies. Right? I mean, again, looking back on the season a bit, you see Julian Alvarez stunning strike, Fulham. Real Madrid stunning strike, Kevin De Bruyne. Bayern Munich stunning strike, Rodri. You look at how at least one of the players has stood up to the occasion. And in each one of those pivotal moments, Utkar says we need to extend Gundo. It's not even a question, Utkar. It's not even a question. I think right now we need to get Gundogan as soon as possible. I mean the extension and stuff as soon as possible. It's like what it's like we don't accept 2 years, Gundo. We are giving you bloody lifetime membership. It's a lifetime contract for you, Gundogan. She always do the coaching badges, be an assistant coach, because Gundo is doing coaching badges as well, UEFA coaching license. Do the coach, be a player, do the coaching badges, be under Pep, assistant coach. Then who knows? You could manage this team as well. How iconic that would be, a captain lifting a Premier League trophy, coming back to manage us. Same with Vincent Kompany as well. Just be so iconic. Bhaiya, this says Rodri also looked running on empty by the 70th minute. Even Walker, who usually up for his game, but Garnacho was having a free pass there. I think it's due to the warm weather. And exactly, Baji, the warm weather, and also I think sometimes when you play 3 games, sorry, a game 3 days, rest, recoup, game 3 days, I think your body gets used to that momentum. And because we have been doing it for the last 1 to 3 months, whatever it is, right? I think even though it's a bit difficult, your body gets used to the momentum, and suddenly when you get a huge break, right? And also, honestly, City have almost got a 2 week break here, right? That intensity was not there against Brighton, Brentford, and even Chelsea, so on. So City have at least got a 2 week break. So suddenly, there's a break in sort of that momentum, and when you want to get back to the groove, you suddenly feel that I've played so much, so many games. The minutes might just start catching up because of the break and things like that. So just think that was it. I don't think fatigue was a factor, because I know Rodriguez played so many games, but the warm weather combined with the break in momentum and stuff actually. So, and Bayaj, I think thank God that we Rodri didn't get injured this season, because suddenly if Rodri got injured, I don't think Calvin Phillips would have taken on the workload. I think Calvin Phillips should have thanked his stars that Rodri did not get injured, because if Rodri got injured, everyone would have seen an undercooked Calvin Phillips, and they would actually think he's useless and stuff. Where we know that players under Pep take 1 year. Since it's a midfield role, we give him an year more actually, since it is one of the most difficult roles to play in a Pep Guardiola system, the midfield role. Vinay says UCL will be at night time. That is true. And Kyle Walker will be up for it, and he'll have time to rest and recoup now, because again he's actually back to playing that a game a week. But anyway, what a game this is. What a fantastic night this was. 1-0, Gundo, great goal, then 1-1 coming back, and then, United coming back. You sort of, I think, not a bit flat, but you sort of felt that momentum was with United at the half time, and 2-1 Gundo, and the defensive performance of the last 20, 25, 30 minutes was exceptional. It was also exceptional because at United they're fighting to almost protect their history. So when a team like that goes in, they go all out, and we have defended astoundingly well against such a team, which is fantastic. That last defensive action in the 88th minute, where Ortega saves it and everything, just a great night. And today, like I've said, today we have a new Gunda in Manchester, and is शहर का दादा गुंडो है, Gundogan hai. We have Gundo, who is the new Dada, new Gunda, and done it in front of Sir Alex Ferguson. Not in my life, fucking every time. We've done it with Paul Tyranny as the referee, when most of his refereeing decisions were blatantly stupid. We we have won this final in a way against all of the odds, which is again fantastic. And from today, whatever United fans might tell you, Manchester is blue. Manchester is blue from today. It's officially blue from today. It was already blue, but United fans would probably brag about it a lot more. But today they can't brag about it anything. When the treble is on the line, if they can't still win, they can't still get a result, then they have no right to have bragging rights on the city. शहर का नया गुंडा आ गया है, शहर का नया माफिया टीम आ गई है, ये शहर मैनचेस्टर ब्लू है, और इस शहर के गुंडे सिटी के प्लेयर्स है. तुम रेड वाले नहीं. This is Manchester City, and Manchester is blue. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot and for tuning in. What one wonderful comments, superb comments today, and it's just been fantastic. And take care, guys, and see you all. Enjoy the moment, soak it in, and just enjoy each of this thing. Possible was it on a replay. Just enjoy the weekend. I would say, what a wonderful weekend this will be for all of us City fans. This entire week, let us be passing right up to the UCL final. Just enjoy it. See you all, guys, and take care.